Okay, 20th of July 2026. The song is Nobody Does It Better, and it's Kylie Simon. So, somebody's doing something right for a change. Well, we've got Pluto, we've got 7th house, and we've got Pisces. More sacrifice, bloody hell. More putting things right again. Well, it's right there on the top. So 20 is Judgment Day. It's the Phoenix that's born in the year of the rooster. Not naming no names because it's neutral. It's today's card. So let's see. Oh, flipping. And there it is. So we've still got them walls up. We're not prepared to bring them down. And we've got the tower. So it needs to be brought down. Simple as. No two ways about it. But without judgment. Or your judgment's off. Those lies, deceit, mind games, theft. There they are again. Can't get away from them. So, nobody does it better. Makes me feel sad for the rest. 1 week. Lies, confused mind games, somebody snatching success from your hands. This is defeat because you're listening to the negativity. There's William with his Just William, and the Sweet William Flowers, the Watermelon Man. So those of you been with me a long time will know the story, but we'll go through it quick. Orphan, a bit like Moses, taken on by a rich Egyptian in the olden days. He had his own family and his kids was jealous of how much attention he gave to this orphan. So he was banished. And banished to an island with his family and his wife and kids. And there was nothing there. All they had to eat was watermelons that were washed up on the beach. So his wife was a canny woman. She dried out the seeds, planted them, grew watermelons and sold them to the sailors as they passed by on the ships. They become very wealthy in their own right. And suddenly this rich man gets to hear about another rich man on an island and he's curious, so he goes and has a look, and they're reunited. So that for me is very hard. I think I'd find it very hard to forgive. This man was good to forgive. But this is the rich man that lost everything because he banished the child that he loved. And then possibly becoming a dangerous enemy. So this could be anybody with a darker complexion, anybody in uniform. However, it is also somebody who's lost everything, a businessman perhaps, or a Capricorn. So a Capricorn of any gender, it's about status and wealth and the negative side of that. You've also got the Ox and Taurus there. And we've got another man. So we've got two men, or a Capricorn and a Cancer. This is somebody that's running on empty. They are drained emotionally, financially, spiritually, mentally and physically. There's nothing left. They're not in charge of their emotions or the finances, come to that, or the security. This tower will fall. But the thing is, we've got to remember that when it comes out like this, it's a blessing in disguise. So this is something that will rock your world. The 16th, we've got Chris, Mandy, Neil. It is an explosive event that will rock your world, but it's a blessing in disguise. It could be loss of a home, loss of a business, loss of a job, loss of a love, whatever it is. Don't, oh no, it's positive. So we rise from like the phoenix from the ashes there. So it's a good thing that we've destroyed this. We have to decide for ourselves when this will happen. So this 16 is the biggest clue, but there is impatience here, and if you're impatient, you will miss the opportunity. Your ships will come in, but you've got to be patient. So 16 then, the Tower, Neptune. What have we got in Neptune? Aries. So destructive force, but it needs to happen. I'm getting these out mothballs because I love these cards. It was my second ever deck, and they are proper beasts, but they're full of Greek mythology. So if I name somebody, look up what the story about them is, because as with the Watermelon Man, it gives you something to something else to the story. So we've got Capricorn and Cancer, not big players, bit players. Capricorn and Cancer. So Cancer obviously is the sun sign still, not for much longer. Mercury, communication, and Capricorn in the first house of the face you show to the world, so your status. Cancer is the sixth house of healing, health. So not good, really, to be fair. Capricorn is the 12th house. So let's have a look then. Oh, Seven of Swords. Don't make compromises in this deck. It's my Thursday night card. It's someone who pretends to be more than they are. They take credit for what they've done. For what others have done, should I say. Stealing, lies, deceit. 7 weeks. And this says a reasonable ending to a matter. It's the 3 Norns. So I'm going with the old deck, the way this deck was supposed to be read. So, but it could mean that there's something coming between you and what you want, because there's 3 there. There's Aries at the bottom. That's Psyche and that's Eros. This is a heavy burden. The golden fleece. That's what Jason went looking for. A heavy burden that isn't yours to carry, which is what William went through, the young man. What does that say? Legacy. Oh, you can't make it up. The Tower on the Tower. So it's very important, that 16. Massively important. It's going to rock your world, but it will be a blessing in disguise. And Jason will come home with the golden fleece. Jason and the Argonauts. It's a success, a victory. So that victory that was taken from you now comes back in a different way, in a better way. There is news from a dependent, possibly an immature person, emotionally, or a child. Water sign energy. And you have many options. So with that card, it's supposed to be a wish granted. But that wish may not be real or lasting. So you maybe wished for something, And there's the 13. So we've got Nick and Helen. Staying in your comfort zone. Scorpio energy. Your reproductive organs and shared resources. And that goes with the partnership, the 7th house, Libra. So, let's have a look. Shall we use them? No, I think today we'll go all out and have different ones. These are a bit awkward to get out because there's too many of them. There we go. So, you have more options than you know. Oh, there's the Emperor. It's his way or the highway. 4 or 31. Negative energy, Aries. So Aries has got a lot to answer for in this, hasn't it? Neptune in Aries. So see what it means. Because that's another story. He's got a chess piece in his hand. So he's playing the long game. He's strategic. But he's not protecting anyone. And he's not successful. So that's not good. Head and face injuries. And the head and face injuries come from banging your head against a brick wall and wasting your time, energy on breath and people who are not listening. They never will. Waste of time. You have to be open to something new. No matter how broken you are, you have to stay open. So after this rocks your world, you have to stay open and believe that they're bringing you something better, because they are. And you may have to turn your back on everything you've ever known or believed to be true to follow your true life path. This is complete ascension. I've never wanted this because it's complete detachment from anything or anyone. No need for money, material things. You're on a spiritual path. This is grandparents. This is Walter. This is hospital doors. This is health issues, healing. 9 or 27. Mike, Darren, Julie, Susan, Reese, Chanel, and Peter. And a cup of love that Spirit are giving you. Unconditional. A full cup. You don't have to fill it yourself. It's already full. You are regenerated after this success. Something that is a nightmare situation that you've had sleepless nights about for 9 weeks. And the 5 of Cups. No longer dwelling in the past. No longer crying over spilt milk. Being present in the now. Not worrying about the future because that's not promised. Not worrying about the past because it's over. And there's the 11. An injustice that's taken place. 7th house. Open enemies. Legal matters. Partnerships. The loins. Marital home. So that's external to the story, but it's there. So first of all, I just want to see what where Scorpio and Libra are. And Aries. Aries is Saturn. Aries is Neptune. We know that. Pallas. And 3rd house of communication. Then we've got Libra moon. Well done, Spirit. We've got Vega there as well. So Vega's in Venus. Or Venus in Vega, sorry. Scorpio's the midheaven. Virgo's the south node, so revisiting the past again and walking away from it. Libra's 9th house, Scorpio's 10th house. So jealousy to do with status, career, etc. So Pluto, I think, is in retrograde still. I'm not sure. We're on the 7th house, like I said. Marriages, partnerships, open enemies, legal matters. It's where yourself meets another. And with Pisces being there, it suggests sacrifices. Somebody may be looking for a unconscious father or mother substitute. It's what boundaries are in the relationship and how supportive you are of each other, or how greedy you are with the finances in this case. How controlling you are with finances as well. So Pluto, because you should always be in charge of your own. No sign of Pluto in Pisces. So here we go again then. When was the last time Pluto was in Pisces and what does it mean? Pluto in Pisces is profound transformation, so coming out of your comfort zone, the Phoenix rising, collective subconscious spirituality and imagination. It's about healing deep emotional wounds and reconstructing the connection of the unseen mystical realm. It's the underworld, regeneration, psychological rebirth. Pisces covers your dreams. Well, that's 7 of Cups, what we had there. Compassion and universal oneness. Together, this blending creates the following astrological theme. Spiritual revolution, a desire to deconstruct any old religious and dogmatic structures to find a more authentic personal truth. Dissolving boundaries, so bringing those walls down, a generational shift in how people view global interconnectedness, psychic phenomenon, and empathy, and healing the collective, an inherent drive to heal societal illnesses, particularly concerning environment, mental, and collective trauma. The challenge of confronting hidden deceptions, which is a 7 of Swords, managing the urge to escape reality through fantasy and escapism. It means this depends highly on how it aspects your personal birth chart. So look to see if it's anywhere in there. Okay, so what are we going to use? We're going to have a rune. So nobody does it better. Othala. Inherited property or possessions. A house, a home. Home is where the heart is. What is truly important to one. Group order, group prosperity. So the collective prosperity, not just your own. And prosperity is not just financial. So, Othala. Othala is 23. And what did I say about coming out of Mercury retrograde? It is Odin, so Wednesday, King of the Gods. The 23rd is not Wednesdays, it's Thursday. The All-Father, there he is way on the highway. So it's what spirit what spirit wants for you, not for what you want for yourself. Rulership, nobility, and loyalty, and that is a bad ruler, just like that rich man was to that orphan child. So 23, Othala. The crown. So this could be an abdication. It could be a king being dethroned. It's the Emperor's New Clothes, where he doesn't realise how stupid he is till a small voice in the crowd says that he's naked. It's the letter O. It's the name Ethel. Othila is the Saxon word Athelin, meaning heir to the throne. So William, again, could be very important in our country, but you may know of a different heir in yours. The name Adele and Edel. It's aristocracy, it's status. So again, we're going through that. So somebody's tower is crumbling. There's an old saying about the Tower of London. If the ravens leave, then the royal family will be dissolved. It points to the rightful claim to inherited status, lands and possessions. It indicates noblesse oblige, the obligation of one's position in society and the duty that one owes to one's kin and one's people. There is also the added implication of loyalty that the people owe to their monarch. So, royalty. Othila is symbolised by the hawthorn tree and the humble clover. So that's Aries, hawthorn. But its most important symbolic association is with Odin, the king of the gods. It's the initial letter of his name and considered especially sacred to him, although Othila denotes nobility and even kingship. It is also the rune of sacrifice, which is Pisces. After all, what modern monarch or head of state could possibly lead a normal life? The very position implies sacrifice of personal freedom. In many cases throughout history, it's been necessary for such leaders eventually to sacrifice their lives as well. So it is with Odin, who hung himself upon a windy tree to win the knowledge of the runes. For the gods, the good of all, gods and humankind. Until recent times, king was thought of as representing the luck of his subject. If he thrived, then so did the land. If he ailed, it was believed his land and people would suffer, and we've certainly suffered since our good queen died. At least modern monarchs do not have to worry about being sacrificed if their powers wane, and this in the case of ancient Europe. So upright it is. It's a time when hallowed traditions will become increasingly important. This rune suggests something that stands the test of time, a set of values that is fixed, immovable, and strangely comforting. In addition, the true meaning of loyalty is the most common interpretation of Othila. This loyalty can be expressed in a number of ways. Patriots, devotion to a particular religion or identification with a group whose aims are shared. However, the group loyalty is most common in those we share heritage, namely your family. The rune may signify a rightful inheritance, but this need not necessarily mean a bequest of property or money. Although they may be not unlikely, it denotes traits that have come down through generations that express a certain correctness of behaviour and a sense of belonging. So you know what your upbringing was. Justice, 7th house, and honour are associated with the appearance of this rune. So doing the right thing. Because of the dynastic implications of Othila, engagements and marriages can be denoted issues involving children or eventual heirs that will turn out favourably. You may find yourself dealing with wills and property and may need advice from older and wiser heads to chart a course through the paperwork. An advantageous move of home could be indicated too, especially if it somehow brings you closer to your origins. So, back to your roots, people. But don't let those negative words and thoughts hurt you and turn you into someone you're not. Ocean. There she is. Oh no, it's Chick. Can't say her name, can I? We're not even going to try. It's Jade Skirt. We can't say her name. She's Mexican, isn't she? She of the Jade Skirt. They can't even say it. That's why they call her that. She of the Jade Skirt. I shall spell it for you once again. CHAL CHIUHTLICUE. She's the fresh water in rivers and lakes. Her skirt is a jade, represents the waters of the earth. She is also associated with mountains. This is about births, blessings, cleansings, preservation, exorcism, casting out evil spirits, restoration of balance and flow. Again, 7th house. She brings her watery blessings to you. She casts out the bad spirits in the form of bad moods, negativity, and carefully nurtured old complexes. She washes you clean tenderly, like a mother with her newborn baby. So you've got mum and dad involved. Restoring health, optimism, and flow to your life again. She is unstickable. She unsticks your stuckness and helps you grow up and away from the negative past influences. She knows that change is the essence of life. Nothing stays the same. And drawing her card tells you that the time has come for you to grow. A fresh mountain breeze will blow into your life and blow away all the cobwebs. Let it be as she wishes for you. Mum always used to say that. So much trouble in here, go for a walk, let the wind blow the cobwebs from your mind. So, if in doubt, go for a walk. I'm hoping you can still go for a walk, Elaine. You haven't got snow yet. There's some sort of new tab come on my thing as well. It says we can have conversations, so maybe you should try and find that. I don't know if that'll work rather than the comments, if you know what I mean. We could all have a good gab on there. Try that. Oh, Eros is all over the place, isn't he? So Cupid, 14th, Valentine's Day, Sagittarius, Diana, Cupid, Eros. So, Mum wasn't happy with his choice because she doubted him. So, Eros is the Greek god of love, born of the son of Aphrodite. He is considered to be the most beautiful and the youngest of all Greek gods. He is depicted as a young winged boy holding a bow and arrow in his hands and is represented by Cupid. Eros fell in love with Psyche. So she's there, all stuck, and there's Eros right next to her. Can you see? So she was tied up on that rock. And because she was so beautiful, he insisted that she would never look at him for her own safety. So a secret love affair, and therefore would only meet in the darkness of night. Something going on in the dark. After much pressure from her family, who did not believe the story of his beauty, so they didn't think they thought it was a wrong one, Psyche tricked Eros by lighting a lamp, so shining a light on the situation. As she saw his beauty, she began to tremble, and as she did, the hot oil from the lamp fell on Eros and burned him. In physical and emotional pain because she doubted him, he flew away, wondering why she did it. Aphrodite seeks revenge. That's his man. She's a bit of a Amazon, is Aphrodite, on Psyche. However, as Eros heals from his wounds, he returns to Psyche to rescue her from his mother, and then they marry and live happily ever after. Like Eros, your commitment to your family and friends whom you love is overwhelming. You give your all and never think twice about the energy you put into that relationship, as you are very satisfied with how it makes you feel and how much love you are in return. At times, though, you realize and feel this is not true. And this is one of those moments. You have little to fear, as your loved ones are just preoccupied at present and they're not giving you the attention that you normally are given. They have no idea that you're feeling left out right now. These past fears of abandonment, so there's the abandonment, are influencing you at present. Just recognize these feelings belong in the past. You must let them go. Give your loved ones some time and a bit of space to get back on their feet, and then everything will be as it should be. There you go. But that's if you want it to be. That's what I'm saying. I couldn't be that forgiving, I don't think. It'd have to be a very special apology to make things right. The Lady of the Lightning is going to bring that shock. So the tower will fall. It's going to rock your world. The Tower, 35. So, interesting. Very interesting. We may have a few storms coming. Physical or emotional. All depends. 35. The lightning strikes more than once. The Lady of the Lightning brings powerful forces of change to your life. She tells you to expect a sudden shift in your circumstances, perhaps a situation you had no idea you could anticipate arises and offers you the opportunity of a lifetime. He probably never thought that he'd see his adopted parents again. Or a series of aha moments culminates in a pivotal flash of insight, causing everything to change just like that, where you rise and you ascend and detach and see things very, very clearly. Instead of being absorbed in the situation, you rise from those ashes and you see things very clearly. Maybe someone enters your life that has pushed your buttons and sends you to new heights. You may have a brilliant idea that hits you like lightning. Be prepared, because this change is imminent. It is a total paradigm shift that's coming to you. Don't resist that change, as this kind of lightning isn't something you want to fight. Great things are happening when the Lady of the Lightning appears. So this is going to be a shock, a massive shock, and it will be a good one, a blessing in disguise. So here's hoping, because it's been a nightmare situation for a very long time for some. Oh, and those born in the year of the horse, 32. The mother and her foal, the mare and her foal, 32. It is in the reverse, so this is a negative energy. The gentle mare nurtures her foal, protecting it as it learns to stand on its own 4 feet and explore the wide world. The mare symbolises unconditional love, the tenderness of the great goddess for all her children. There is nothing stronger or more enduring than a mother's love. So if your mum's in spirit, she's sending you much love. Your fears of being abandoned, there we go again, abandonment issues, we all have them in some way, or unloved may have had some basis in reality, but you must take care to separate that nightmare from reality. Nurturing, nourishment, protection. Give your whole heart in tender love, because there is love being offered here, a cup of love, unconditional love. What part of you aches to be loved? You are lovable, so don't think you're not. let's see where that takes us. Nobody does it better. Thanks for listening. Speak soon. Bye.